Hey, you guys, it's Saving a Life Mattered, and it's Joseph David Barkus, and we are back, and we want to talk about supercomputers and what modern day technology with the American Air Force, with our military, and with cyber analytics and espionage combined. We want to talk about these things because the Freedom Information Act, it protects me to talk about what I know, what I have experienced, and what I've been through as being a targeted individual, and from what I hear about people who are super soldiers. So with that being said, the Freedom of Information Act, that I'm allowed to tell you that, let's see, they were doing an article, it was something called Singularity Hub, something like that, talking about Elon Musk, talking about Alamande and Jacobson Rice and Rice University. There's also a Dr. Tim Grayson, who is part of DARPA. And let me tell you something. We in this article, we say that we're 4 years. They said 4 years, and I'm sure it could be someone's opinion. I could be just taking some article that's written from some Chinese journalist and just taking it as a joke. But through my experience, I'm sure DARPA has the most awesome, most super duper power capabilities there are. However, when you test something, you must test something on a negative side with the yin or the yang, or the positive side, which could be the yin and the yang. Now you tell me, if you're doing a project and you want something to be all so mighty and powerful for able-bodied soldiers and who want to see peer-to-peer, which is basically espionage, which is a supercomputer which is able to remotely, neurally attack your brain, take over the frontal lobe and the cerebral cortex. And with these two combined, this computer and this machine can take your thoughts and can make them into optics. So we're already, because I know for a fact that someone has been illegally using my intellectual property through this invasive, very disgusting modern day warfare, and they used it against me in a very negative way, and they used it against me to test me and to basically, I think they were trying to teach me a lesson. Maybe it's because I had a lawsuit with one of the biggest empires in the world. I don't know. But back to getting on track. So this DARPA technology that's made for war, and it's made for supposed able-bodied soldiers to be able to mind control drones and to be able to fire weapons and to be able to make mass decisions, and or to be able to take. Let me tell you what it really is. Let me tell you what my theory is. 5G is very scary, you guys. 5G is one of the most invasive, one of the most talk about your privacy. Ladies and gentlemen, 5G technology is like the internet in 3D augmentary. in real life, real world, from the way these satellites look down and from the way they use lights, infrared beams, lasers. It's called the computers now and these satellites and espionage. They see through your home. They see through everything. They know everything you are doing. But once they get your frequency, once they remotely, neurally take over and get in control of your brain, they can see everything that you see. So they've been able to see everything that I can see. Everything that I'm about to do, they'll tell me I'm about to do it. As a matter of fact, they can manipulate me into doing certain things. This kind of technology is like a virus. It's like a virus put into a human brain. It's like a machine that steadily runs all day, that is algorithmed to not only take your thoughts, but to echo them, but to manipulate them and to take, they say, your desires. They say they can take all these good things and make them better, like PTSD and all this. So what did they do to me? They did the opposite to me after I was struck by a train. They actually used my worst fears. They took the fact that I was using a walker for 7 or 8 months. They threatened me to never walk again. They humiliated me. They have, and when I say they, it's the gang stalking, or it's the it's the virus that DARPA or Alamonde or one of these N3, Mona, Punk, not even gonna start with the language. Disgusting people who obviously have such a high interest in someone like me, because obviously I have so much that they have invested in. Why me? Why'd you have to come after me? Why'd you have to come after me even after the train? Why'd you do this? You guys are using espionage. They can attack your brain, they can hack your brain, and they can see everything you can see through peer-to-peer. Pay attention to what they're putting in your water. Pay attention to what the FDA puts into your medicine. And remember, China actually does have a very huge lead on us and a huge edge. And they understand environmental, they understand holistic. And I think it's time for us to wake up and realize that our own government is synthetically poisoned us to the point where they're using it with espionage. They're using it with espionage, poisoning our own American citizens, and then tormenting them using espionage. So you guys, you will remember my name, you remember my channel, because this will be in the future. This is part of history, what I'm talking about, because I am part of history after what they did to me. You guys, I was struck by a train on foot. I survived. I died 4 times that night. They did this to me. And when I say them, the military, DARPA, whoever had it out for me, whoever had it out for me, whoever didn't like me so much, well, what goes up? It absolutely must come down. And that's what's going to happen. You don't experiment on American citizens without consent. And you don't attack traumatized people who have already lost their lives in accidents. And this is where they're doing it, in hospitals. They're doing it in health and science, and they're taking advantage of people that have gotten into serious traumatic accidents. And when you're under anesthesia, or when you're in the room and you know someone isn't just pulling your blood, but they're injecting something in your arm, and you ask the nurse, you say, "Who was that man?" after I almost knocked him out and took his teeth and hung them around me as I was laying there in the hospital bed, and he injected me in with something into my arm. And there wasn't a single nurse that could find that man. My story is not just a story. The facts are going to come out, and this will be one of the largest white-collar crimes and one of the largest mistakes the United States has ever fucking made. Ever. And there is someone out there who knows what's going on. And somebody's gonna be a very fucking wealthy motherfucker. And he's gonna help a lot of people who need it because he knows what it's like. And when this is all said and over, I'm going to come and I'm going to save and help as many people as I can after what I've been through. You guys, please continue to like, continue to watch my channel. I can only share with you so much about how I was attacked and what's been going on now that this is a legal matter and it's going to the United States Supreme Court justice. So remember everything I say, you guys. Remember everything that I tell you is through my experience, and my experience is real, it's authentic, and it's 100% the truth. No comic here. Recovery, yes. Coming back, yes. Making history, you betcha. Subscribe. Thank you.